Hello, welcome back to the channel. I am the Disc Golf Nerd. Today we're going to talk about 5 different reasons to consider throwing DX or baseline plastic for your mid-ranges and even your drivers out there on the disc golf course. This is a DX It that I just put back in my bag after determining that I liked it better than the G-Star versions and the regular Star versions that I've tried. This is my favorite one, for sure. And it inspired me to make this video and talk about some of the benefits of the cheaper DX plastic or baseline plastic available on the market. Innova is one of the few companies that's still making quite a number of different options in this baseline DX plastic. So we're mostly going to be talking about this, but this will still apply for any other baseline plastics that you might find for other companies as well. As always, let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. I realize this might be somewhat of a controversial take because there's not a lot of love for DX and baseline drivers out there in the disc golf world, but I think they definitely have some benefits you guys might not have thought about, and I hope to impart them to you in this video. If you want to help support the channel, it's really easy to do. Hit like, leave a comment, subscribe, watch the videos when they come out. All of that means a lot to me. Also, you can check out my Patreon. And in the link tree in the description below, you can find coupon codes for 3D printed plastic, my signature disc, as well as the best bags on the market from Upper Park Disc Golf. So let's dig into it. 5 reasons, no particular order. Number 1 is really obvious. It's cheaper, right? It's way cheaper than a lot of the premium plastics. We're seeing incredible prices. DX plastic still continues to be pretty reasonable in terms of price. So you can try out a disc, you can get yourself a DX version, try it. If you don't like it, trade it in, give it to a kid you run into on the course, whatever it is, and you're not out quite as much as a brand new premium disc if you want to test something. You don't have to worry about it as much. Throw it over water. You can be confident because if you lose it, you're only out a few bucks. It's not a special disc that's going to be difficult to obtain or any of that stuff. You don't have to worry about any of that with cheap DX baseline plastic. Also, if you want to get a few discs to have in your bag and you just don't have a ton of money, there's still good flying discs that are very functional, and also we're going to touch on have other benefits that premium plastics don't necessarily have. Similar to number 1, there's no hype involving DX or baseline discs, right? There's no drop that you're going to have to set an alarm for and get up and try to click it and add it to the cart or whatever while stuff is selling out. There's no waiting around the corner from your local shop to get in there and get your hands on a DX disc. There's zero hype involved in it. It's stock, it's basic, and you don't have to worry about any of the hype or the nonsense around a DX disc. Number 3 is a big one. It's another benefit that it has over more premium plastics is that DX and baseline plastics have great grip even when they're wet. So if you live in the Pacific Northwest like I do, you might be able to hear the rain hitting my window as I film this. Really helps to get a secure grip on the disc even if you're coming down the stretch of your tournaments, all your towels are wet. This DX plastic will still allow you to get a reasonable grip on it even if you can't get it fully dry. A lot of times premium discs, if you can't get that thing bone dry, you put your thumb down in that one spot and it slips and it's just not secure, not confidence inspiring. If your hands start to get pruny, you're done. So DX definitely beneficial in that respect as well. Number 4. A larger weight range is typically available in this DX plastic. Premium plastic is very dense. That's why they have to put air bubbles and stuff to get it down into the 150s. This plastic has a different density to it, so you can find these in really light weights. So if you want something super lightweight for tailwind, if you don't have a big arm, if you're just somebody who has mobility problems, whatever the case might be that you want, a lighter weight disc that'll help you fly longer, have a little extra glide, a little hang in the air. There's lots of benefits to throwing lighter weight plastic. I could do a whole video about that as well. But if you're looking for lighter weight drivers in particular, sometimes you just can't get one in premium plastic that you want, and that's why you have to go to an air plastic or something along those lines. The DX plastic and other baselines in general seem to have a larger weight range available. So if you want something lighter, if you want to go really light, middle of the road, and then max weight for some different stability ranges in there as well. For a long time, I was throwing Pro D Forces, and that's all I threw. And I layered them, and I had some that were 150 class, and I had some that were max weight, all different stages of wear, and it works out really well. Number 5, we're going to roll right into it, is that this plastic layers really well. If you want to have the same feel in the hand, that's nice and fresh and stable, keep a fresh one in the bag. Don't throw it around a lot of trees and danger. It'll maintain that stability for longer. And then if you want to have one that's going to flip more, maybe you want to beat up a disc to be your roller disc, it's going to be so much easier to do that with DX. you know, take a brand new fresh opto disc off the shelf and try to beat it in to the point where it's rolling. You know, loses so much stability that you can throw rollers with it. Good luck. It's going to take you a long time to do that unless you artificially do that and like throw it on the ground or scuff it on on the asphalt or whatever. DX plastic, just through natural wear, will break in much faster. So it's easier to get a layered system. Like I was saying, I used to use only Pro D Forces for a while. Some fresh 150s were my kind of workhorses. Had some in the 160s, 170s that were beat in, that would flip up and turn over, and all the little nuances in between. And then a max weight one that was fresh was still pretty overstable. And then if I needed more stability than that, then I would go to the Z Force, you know, just for my skip shots and headwinds and stuff. So if you want to have that layered system, you have a disc that's available in DX plastic that you really like, say it's a T-Bird or whatever, you can have a couple of DX ones that will break in faster to have that nice turn to them, or to turn into a roller disc or tailwind bomber, and then you can have a nice fresh star or champion one to be your stable workhorse that's going to fly the same for a long period of time. So they layer well, no hype, they're cheaper, great grip when they're wet. So that's it for this video. Those are my top 5 reasons to consider baseline plastic. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you think I'm way off base with my thought processes here. And I will talk to you guys very soon. Shout out to the Disc Golf Nerd Patreon support team. Happy holidays to everybody. I'll have another unboxing video and another giveaway coming up here relatively soon. My Thanksgiveaway is still available to enter right now, so go look in the description for that as well. I'll talk to you all very soon. Cheers.